Hello everybody, here we are back. I think it took around 20 minutes or something. We had a live for 20 minutes just 20 minutes ago, and then here we are back again. I had to just get some work done, that is why I had to leave. And now here I'm back again. And let's do one thing. The chats are gonna be on. At least someday or the other, I can keep the chats on. And in this live, almost the backend is done. Because we will be ending the backend today, so that is almost done. We have worked on almost all the features, but there's one last thing. We have to make our code even better. It's good, it's really good. I will not even say that it is good, it's really good, because we have used TypeScript, we have used Zod, we have used even Joy. I mean, Zod and Joy, both of them are just for validating the data we get in request.body, but we have used both to like validate different things. So it's like using as many technologies as we can. So this is how things are gonna be going on. And let's keep this particular thing on the right side or something, just a sec. So let's remove it from here, let's keep it here. By the way, I'm gonna be looking at the chats too. I hope I'm audible properly. Yeah, this live is gonna be around for an hour, and once this live is live ends, ultimately I will have I will be done with the done. I think I will be done. I'll be done. Not even I will have done. I'll be done with the backend code of this friendly application. So this thing is done right now, and I had to just note some of the important things, and important topics are gonna be like page. Should be page pre and post middleware mongoose, something like this should be fine. And there are a few things that I have to just keep in here, so that in future if I get stuck, I can just simply go through it and then simply can keep going on. And one of the things is gonna be like this. Slash code. This is the first code section that we have. This is mainly just good luck. Oh, thank you very much, means a lot. Today at least I'll try my level best to get it done. This is almost done. I don't even have to try my level best. Can I get TypeScript from here? Yeah. So this is the TypeScript code actually. It looks almost the same, but yeah, the type is used here, so yeah, it should be TypeScript. Middleware, I hope the spelling is right. And apart from this particular thing, one more thing I can just simply keep here, and that could be from post controller. So post model.js, and I have these two things here. Delete many and find one and delete. Ultimately, that is a post middleware. So let's do one thing, copy and paste the things again. This is just for the future reference. So in future, if I get stuck, I'm gonna be taking the help of these code snippets that I'm creating right now, and at least I will not have to wander here and there, because this time I have to just go through lots of websites to just get the things clearly, and even I have to take the help of AI. So let me give some comments. Okay, getting the filter ID. This gets the filter value. This gets the filter value that we provided in the controller to find and delete. As simple as that. I hope it would be enough for me to just understand in future. Anything, get the filter for deletion. Okay, pretty much good. More than this I don't really need anything. So this thing is also done. This thing doesn't look good. Okay, now it's time to refine the code that we have worked on so far. Ultimately we have done it. The first thing is going to be, this thing is pretty good. Compare password and all. I don't even need to worry about these things right now. Let's close everything, and we have the configs, constants, controller, link. Let's talk about user. Make the code better. So ultimately we have to make it better. Let's see. How can I make this particular code snippet better? Okay, not bad. We'll try our level best. Of course, we'll take the help, but ultimately we have to just make it. So, okay. We are getting the user ID, and then we have the deleted user that we are actually finding and deleting. And then if the user does not exist, in that case user not found or authorization is required. Okay, and then we are getting the sanitized user. Sanitized deleted user is equal to remove sensitive data, and then we are just simply sending the data. Excuse me for this, suffering from sneeze right now. Okay, the fallback is gonna be like sanitized user ID and deleted user dot ID logger. Okay, don't really need to worry about it. Well, I don't think there's anything to just change. Everything's top notch. That is perfect. What else? What can we actually change? Most of the things are already clear. So we have in the user section, we have sign up, we have login, log out. We are verifying the user. Then only user is allowed to log in. We are getting the profile, we are changing the password, we are forgetting the password, we are resetting the password, we are deleting the account. And not only that, we are deleting the account and all the contents of the user, that's also getting deleted. And for this particular functionality, we are using middleware of Mongoose ultimately. So these many things that we are getting done here. So this thing is quite good. Link controller, get the code checked by AI. This thing we have to get done. Okay, let's see. We are generating the link, and then we are getting the link checked by AI. Okay, let's see how this is gonna be performing. Okay, apart from it, I don't really know what am I doing in here. We are generating the link, not really getting the user ID, checking it. That's great. And then generating the link, safe parts request.body. Okay, simple validating the data in here. So validate a request body, something like that. Okay, anything? Wow, from here on we have to go ahead. So validate, we are getting the result. If then we are even getting the success, we are returning the errors. Great. We are getting the share meaning. Okay, if share exists, if share is true and link already exists, return that link. What does this mean? Wait, what am I saying? That my god. I simply share means true. So I'm simply checking the existing link, whether that link exists or not. But firstly, I should check whether share is true or not. This is the most important thing in here. So let's make it even better. For now, we'll be just commenting this thing in here. Should I do that? Yeah, let's do it. Let's see. From here till here, I'm commenting everything. Why? Because firstly, let's check whether share is true or not. If the share is not true, then what is the use of doing all these things? That has a point, by the way. So if share is true, in that case I will be doing this thing. If share is not true, then I will be doing this thing, which means if there is no share thing, so I don't really think I need to do anything at all. But let's see. If share is true, what are we doing? If share is true, link is and the link already exists, return that link. If existing link, oh come on, Hawaii and commented it, let it be here. This is actually a great logic that we are working on right now. The thing is that if share is true and existing link, if the link already exists, in that case we'll be simply returning that. So return response dot status, that could be 200 dot JSON, and the remaining things are gonna be same. Ultimately I'm copying and pasting this particular thing in here. So JSON new API response, these are the classes that I created. So this is gonna be the API response, and generate API response will have a status code that would be 200, and the message is going to be shared link created successfully. Shared link already exists. We can do it like this: shared link already exists, something like that. And then we at the end of the day we can even share the link, something like this. That's even not gonna be a bad idea. As for the link, link is equal to existing link. We don't even need to change anything at all as for now. Okay, so this thing is done. If existing link, that particular thing already exists, else in else case we can simply, what are we doing in here? We are creating the hash, we are saving that, and then we are sending that. That thing is being done in here. Wow. Can I make it shorter? If link does not exist, in that case we have to create the link, and ultimately we have to send the link. And mainly in the link what we are doing, sharing, ultimately we are sending the response. For now let's go ahead with this much only. That's good that we are sending different messages both the times. If link already exists, we are sending different messages. If we are creating it, we are sending different message. So that's again a good thing. So that's gonna be const hash, and we are just copying and pasting this whole code from here on. Okay, so this thing is gonna be here. So const hash is equal to crypto that we have dot random bytes, 32 bits, size is gonna be 32 bit, and then I'm gonna be converting it to not sorted to string, and that is will be in hex format. This is done. Const and then I will be generating that link. So link is equal to await and then link dot create, and then I will be providing each hash, and it will get a doc link type or hash. What does this mean? Create document. What exactly is it asking for? It is asking for a document, and that document could be link type. What is link type? That thing I have to figure out. By the way, link type is the link type, that is for sure the type I have given there. So inside it I have to give it hash and the user ID. I think it should be fine. And in the upper section we are doing the same thing, we are giving the hash. And so the code is same. The thing is that we are just trying to make it a little bit better. That's it. We are gonna be sending the response from here on to. So let's do it. Return response. Okay, return response dot status 200. We are creating here 201.json new API response. We have to send it 201, and share link created successfully. Share link created successfully. Anything else we have to send the link. So link is equal to link should be fine. The generic type that we have to give it, even here I haven't given it. It could be generate link response. We are actually generating the link and we are sending it. Something's missing. Let's see, we'll check this thing out. Generate link response. Yeah, so what is the problem with this? The problem is here. What is the problem? Link. Existing link. We are generating the link. If link already exists means we are this is the thing, we are just simply checking it. Instead of checking it, we should get it directly. That means link dot find one. That is causing the problem. User ID is equal to this, so there should not be any problem right now. So if share is true and link already exists, we are sending the link. And if the link already does not exist, else case we are generating the link and then we are sending the response. In else case, that means if share is not true, then we have to delete it, as simple as that. Okay, so if not existing link, we don't really have to do anything. Existing link, if share is false, that means, and the link does not exist, link not found or already removed, that's great. Throw new API error, and that's gonna be 404 link not found. Either the link is not found or already exists. So the goal is to make the code better, and that's what we are working on right here. And if the link exists, then we have to delete that. So const deleted link is equal to await link dot find one and delete. If link is deleted, the content needs to be deleted? No. So link should only get deleted. Okay, of course I'm deleting it link with the help of the user ID. That's the query that we have in here. And if deleted link does not exist, then of course we have to just throw an error. So deleted a link, if that does not exist, in that case throw new API error, that's gonna be 404 link not found or user is not authenticated. So link not found or user is not authenticated. This is how we are gonna be going ahead. Lastly, we have to return a response. So response.status, we have removed it. So 200.json, we'll be sending new API response. That's gonna be something like this. 200. The message is gonna be link removed successfully, and then at the end we have to send the link. So link is gonna be deleted link, something like that. As for the response of it, it's gonna be similar. Generate link response. I hope I'm not gonna face any error at all. So this particular thing is done. Amazing. As for this particular, here what we were doing, we were simply checking whether the link exists or not, and then we were checking if share is true. If share is true, then and the link exists, in that case if link exists and if share is false, then we are deleting the link, else we are creating the link. These were the two things that we were getting, but there were many things remaining, like if existing, the link already exists, and share is false, that's okay. If share is true, that's okay. What if link does not exist? Then that particular case we are not handling. We are just simply checking that if link exists, then do this. If link does not exist, then nothing. And here we are checking if share is true, and if link already exists, send that. It does not, create that. And in else case, if share is false, then check again, is link already exist. So we are following the same thing. If share is true, check link exists or not. If share is false, check link exists or not. In these both the cases, we are choosing the different options and going ahead with them. So let's do one thing. It was not like this code would not work, but it was not readable. But this code is readable. That is something that makes a difference. So this thing is done, and then ultimately I'm getting the contents. I don't need to even worry about it. I can just get this particular. Oh, what have I done? Come on, yeah. So I can even make it better. Let's see how many things can be made better. So what we are doing here, const hash that we are getting from the params, and if there is no hash, then we can simply say hash is required. We are getting the link from the hash. I'm getting the content. Okay, am I getting the link? Why? Okay, we need to have the user ID, so we will get the user ID with the help of the link, and then we will simply return the response. So let's see. So hash, if not hash, and type of hash is not string. Okay, there could be more. If there is no hash, or type of hash is not equals to string, or hash dot trim triple equals to null. Wow, like empty string. Throw new API error, that's gonna be 400, and a valid link hash is required. Good message. valid link hash is required, something like this. This thing is done, and then I'm finding the link document, so I can just mention this thing here. Find the link document. This thing we are getting done here, and then simply this thing is done. We can do one thing, just simply, if we don't have to perform any data like operations, we can just simply convert it to leen. That means we'll be getting plain object. So fetch contents for you leen if you don't need mongoose doc methods to on contents. So contents is equal to this, and we can just use leen. Okay, it's gonna be leen. So we have the contents, optionally sanitize or shape the contents, return the performing contents dot map sanitize functions. We can sanitize all of them, that's right. Info contents, okay. Logger dot contents space for hash this. We can log the value. Logger dot info, and do we have logger in here? Firstly, no. Logger dot info, it's gonna be like this, and it could be simple contents fetched for hash, and then the hash is gonna be user ID. Hash is gonna be the value of hash, and user ID is gonna be the link dot user ID, something like this. That's good. And then ultimately I'm returning the response, get contents response, contents fetched successfully, and I'm returning the contents, and done. So this thing is also done. So almost all the controllers, they've been checked. What is remaining? Else check, content, get content, add content, update, delete, else, link, user, many controllers. Helper, this is the mail send helper. Really mail send mail helper, and then send verification email, send password email, send a reset email. So what exactly am I doing? Firstly, I must have this send mail helper. These are the helpers. Send mail. Okay, so we are getting these things from here. Could be better, yeah, but okay, for now this should be enough. We are going to the helpers, and then from the helpers we are calling the service. I think in here we are actually going to this send mail helper, and that's simply calling mail sender, and that is actually from the service itself, and from there on things are actually being done. Okay, so there's one last thing remaining, that is checking it whether it works as expected or not. The remaining things are done. That's a good thing, by the way. Auth constants. It's taking the string a key, and it's taking the fallback. It's getting two things. So ultimately key and string, and then this is how it's getting done. quite a good thing, can be better, or let's make it like that. Look, the thing is that every time I'm parsing it to the integer, right, after getting it, even we have to use a process.env every time. So can we make it beta? I mean beta, and that could be something like this. Okay, so first of all, we'll be creating a function helper to satisfy safely parse environmental data with fallback. So function int env. So I will be giving a key that would be string, and the fallback thing that would be number. Okay, it will return a number, that is also true, and then const val is equal to process.env.key. ultimately I can just give it like this, env, and then key that we'll get, and even we can say process.env.key, that would also work. So I've got the value, then I have to convert this value. So const parse is equal to parse int. I have to convert it into int, and I will be providing it the value. And if there is no value, then in that case the empty string, and will that work? It should be like that. By the way, that must always exist, but if it does not exist, then of course we'll have to do it. This thing is done, and then ultimately I have to return number dot is final. This is insane. Like, what I'm checking, number dot is finite. I think a numeric value returns true if past value is finite, unlike the global is infinite. Is finite doesn't forcibly convert parameters to number, only finite. Is finite, it simply checks. So it simply checks whether the value is finite or not. It returns true if past value is finite, unlike the global is. Convert the parameter to a number, only finite values of the type number results in row. Okay, so if it is finite value, parsed and parsed this is crazy, is greater than 0, in that case return parsed, otherwise return the fallback, because we are getting the string in here as well, right? So if that's not getting converted, so we need to take care of this particular point as thing as well. So this thing is done. Now 30th is all right, and apart from this particular thing, verification, so we can give it like this, int env, then this and this, 10 minutes. So 10 multiplied by 60 multiplied by 1000, this is gonna be 10 minutes, and this thing we have to copy from here, and this thing we have to paste in here. So this first thing is done. How about this? Looks better, right? At least better, yeah. Then we have forgot password token, cache, we don't really need to worry about that. And then we have this particular thing in here. We have to do the same thing. So can we do one thing? Control C, Control V, and then the timing is the same. Forgot password token expiry. We have to just change this particular thing. So this thing needs to be changed, and this thing is also done. So it looks better. So this thing is done, even this thing is done, and then max send email tries and base send email delay, these things that we have in here. Okay, better if we just copy it, or let's do one thing, get it from here on. And what have I done? This is how it's gonna be going ahead. Max and email retries. This is the value that it will merely converted. Default 3 attempts and default 500 milliseconds that I'm actually providing it in here. So the same code, but the thing is that this time I'm actually taking the help of this function that I have created, and with the help of this particular function I'm just simply going ahead with the things. I'm using this function over and over for converting the things to integer that I'm getting from the environment variables. And not only that, I'm giving it fallback value. So ultimately, if there is no value saved in the environment variable, then there is kind of some fallback value that's been provided. Roles, pretty much simple. Okay, apart from this particular thing, content. Okay, here we don't need to worry about anything at all. I think everything's up and running, and nothing's left. Yeah, user can only log in when it's verified. Yeah, that's right. Okay, instead of writing this thing in here, okay, let it be on the top. Then we have the mail helper. It's working pretty well. Send mail helper and all these things we have in here. Sensitive data helper. Okay, it simply removes the sensitive data like password verification, expiry, forgot password token. And we could have done this thing. We could have done means this is the model, user model, and this is the password that we are creating, and this is the password field. And here there was a property, maybe that was select. Yeah, maybe I could have kept that false. So select a false here, it simply removes the password when we get the value. I think let's simply ask the AI this time. I think it does the same that I've asked, but let's see. Home, what does select false do here? It simply removes the password field from the result. Select for option in language schema for password fields means that by default the password field will be excluded. False option in the Mongoose schema for password field means that by default the password field will be excluded from the query results when retrieving user documents from MongoDB. This means when you do queries like find and find one, the password field will not be included. That's what I was telling earlier. There is a mosquito. Don't blame me for killing a mosquito, but yeah, I have to do that. About to explicitly include it, we'll have to just say plus, and if we are not using this select and we have to exclude it, then we'll have to just minus password. That is how it works. And well, I'm getting called to just have some dinner. That's amazing. So this thing is done. Well, we don't really need to do anything because we are using a remove this thing sensitive data helper. We actually have remove sensitive data function that simply removes password verification, this. It simply removes these many things and then simply gives us the user, and that user we are returning from here. This is how it's going to be going on. We have mail templates, email verification, then forgot password, and then reset. These many mails templates are enough for now. We can even send email verification, forgot, reset. We can send mail when the user creates an account. At that time we are sending the email verification, forgot, reset. Okay, this is okay, done. When a user deletes the account, at that time we can send a mail like your account has been deleted, congratulations. Whatever. Okay, so these are the middlewares. Auth middleware, we are simply, this is for authenticating the user, and we are doing the things quite great way. We can of course make the things better, like the mail helper is the other things. Okay, not worried about these things much. What are we doing here? We are getting the data, right? Yeah, one thing can be done. The types are being used here over and over. So far I haven't been worried about the types because we have been importing it. Even here we don't have to worry about it. Okay, not even here, but when I started working on the things from here on, I have to use the same things over and over. So send a reset password type, send a reset password type. Yeah, and what is this? These are the helpers. That means when I go to types, these are the types. I have controllers, I have models, I have utils. That's it. And these are the common ones. In here I have to create a helper field, I mean directory. So let's create that helpers yeah, helpers, and then I have to get a send reset password email. So let's create it. Send reset password email dot type dot ts types dot ts, entering the full name. And once this thing is done, mail helper is here. Let's copy this type from here on control X and create export interface and paste it in here. Done. Interface export. What is the problem? Declaration or statement expected. Interface and the name. Okay, send reset password email type. Instead of giving it type, this should be just enough. This much I'm just exporting it from here. So send reset password email, as simple as that. So insane. Send the reset password email we have the same name. That may be the problematic thing. So what can we do? Type send the reset password. Send the reset password, send forgot password. Let's remove this email thing from here. So send, how this can never be done. How about the types? What should be the name of it? Send reset password, forgot password, verification email, reset password email, props. Let's reset password props, reset password props, forgot password props, verification props, reset password props, email props. These are the email props, right? Reset password email props, something like this. And then let's change the naming thing and send a reset password email type. That should be okay. Even we can change the names. Reset password email props, reset password email dot types. We can, it's no use to simply send the, it's gonna work fine. Reset password email dot types. For now this naming thing is right. I mean quite good, not bad. So let's import it. Should be fine. And send this particular thing I need to remove from here. I knew this would cause the problem, and that is why I just wanted to change the name. So this thing is done, exporting the thing. So let's then forgot password email. So the second thing would be forgot password email dot types. Of course we are using TypeScript, so that is why we need to get it done anyhow. Control C. We have to make many changes, I know. First one is this one is gonna be forgot password email props, and then we have to just copy the props. So these are the props for forgot password. So forgot password email props we have got in here, but the thing is that we are getting the error because the props are not exactly the same that we need. So let's change the props, and this time the error should be removed. I hope so. Why is this not getting removed? Forgot password email props, and here we have changed the wrong thing. This thing should have changed, and right now the error is gone. So even this thing is done, and the last thing, this thing is remaining. Verification email props. Okay, let's create this one too. Verification email dot types dot ts interface. Let's export it directly to export interface verification email props something like that. What next? Okay, what next? Let me tell you what next. Simply copy this thing from here, enter verification email props. I know I would get the error. Go here, select all and paste it here, and then the error should be gone. Okay, so this thing is already done. Last thing is remaining, that is send mail helper. I must be getting, yeah, I am getting. So this thing is extra, control X, and send mail helper. So mail helper dot types.ts export mail helper of interface mail helper props. Not this. We are exporting it from here and we have to import it in here. So mail helper props and done. Well, guess what? We are done with almost everything. We are trying to send the email 3 times. If the email is sent just like in one try, then we are just simply returning is sent true, and once is sent true, we are not simply we are simply returning it from here. Okay, we are returning it like this whole function will stop, as simple as that. So it actually starts from here on. What exactly we are doing, that we are max tries. So max try is 3 times. So we are trying to send the email 3 times. So we are sending the email here, and if sent is true, then we are returning true. If there is an error, of course the error is caught here, and delay this await promise and resolve delay. This is how the delay thing is done. The thing is that if the email is sent in the first try, we don't even need to do, we are just simply returning it from here. That means the whole for loop will stop then and there as soon as the return thing gets called. Done. Okay, super. So this thing is done. Anything else? Sensitive data helper. Okay, user type we are getting in here. We are using the type. We have the mail templates. We are even getting the data in there. So, but the type is really like 2 or 3, so that I don't need to worry about them. We have middlewares, and in these middlewares we are getting the token. We have the token. What are we doing in here? We have got the token. We are checking the token exists or not, and then secret is equal to, we are getting the secret. That's all right. If secret does not exist, that's okay. And then we are decoding the token in here. We are just saving the ID and role. We are getting the ID and role from decoded value that we have decoded, and once that is done, we are just simply, guess what, saving the ID and role in the user. That's okay. Role, are we saving the role as well? We must be saving in the user. Let's check this thing too. So whenever I'm signing up the value, I hope this is where it's done. No, whenever I'm logging the user. So whenever I'm logging the user, I must be saving generating a JWT token. Yeah, set auth token. So here is the token. Token is generated using this. So let's go here. Let's go to model, and this is something that generates the token. What all am I doing here? Okay, so I'm saving the ID, and I'm saving the role. So ultimately two things are getting saved in here. That's a good thing. So this thing is also done. Anything else? Auth is done. Yeah, that's a good thing. So authentication, I don't need to worry about anything. Authorization, we have done really great things in here. We are firstly checking whether the user exists or not. Then we are getting the roles from the user, and then once we have the role, we are even normalizing the role, like whether the role is in capital form or small form. So we are even taking care of that, and then we are just simply returning. Okay, if the role does not exist, we are simply throwing an error. Otherwise, we are simply calling next. That's good. Okay, so this thing is done. Error middleware, we are taking care of almost everything in the error middleware. That is the last middleware that is supposed to be called. So almost everything is being taken care of here. We are simply checking whether it is a Mongoose error or not. If it is not Mongoose error, validation error we are checking. We are checking cast error. What else is left up? In else case, okay, firstly the validation is checked, like whether it is Mongoose validation error, Then the mongoose cast error, if it is a mongoose cast error. If that is not a mongoose cast error, then in the last thing we are just simply in else if case, this is like duplicate key error. Again it is from MongoDB, and if it is not from any one of them, then I'm just simply creating a new API error and sending that. That's a good thing, good way to just manage the things, really good way actually. Even earlier I had some of the ways, but this can be called one of the best ways. Then I have created the models, quite simple. Okay, even content schema has title, link type, tags, user ID and all. So quite simple, not that much big thing. Then I have created some of the indexes for getting the data, making the queries fast, and then exporting it from here. Similarly for the link schema, we had just the same things. Tag, this is quite important. I had to work a lot for the tags, because tags needs to be saved in the content in the form of an array, and that would not be actually the tags, rather the ID of those tags needs to be saved in there. So we had to generate the ID of the tags, and it was quite a task. Next, the user model. Pretty much simple things, like usually we have in name, email, password is verified, because we have to verify the user whether the email is verified or not. And then role we have merely right now it's okay, we have to even make it better. The role can be, okay, roles I have in here, so I don't need to worry about it. Yeah, it's done. So apart from it, we have some of the pre-middleware we have in here to hash the password, and then pre-middleware I have to just delete the things, delete the content, and then we are generating the JWT token and all. Okay, done. Content, okay, these are the routes, nothing needs to be changed in here. I think the routes are pretty much okay. Health check route, user route. Okay, we don't have link route. Oh, come on. We have generated that. We have created controllers, but we haven't created routes yet. We haven't we have to work on the things from here on. So let's have a comment in here. That means let's do it here. Why to have a comment in here? So route, content route is here. How am I going to create the content? Delete user route is here. Even few things: sign up, login, log out, forgot password, reset, change password, verify profile, and one more thing, and that is delete. So router dot delete slash delete account, something like that. When deleting the account, I need to give the token, like the ID of whom, ID of the user, right? Something like this. Delete account, of course this is gonna be coming from there, but let's have a look at it. I have to delete the account of the user. Yeah, when I have to delete the account of the user, do I need to send anything? No, because the user is already logged in, so this much should be fine. When deleting, even when I'm forgetting the password, not here, reset the password, I need the token. Change the password, I have to just simply check whether the user is authenticated or not. So this thing should be enough. So I'm actually deleting it, and then this is how the things are being done. Wow, interesting. So this particular thing is done, and then we have to generate the link, right? So how many things we have? User done, link we have to create a route for it, health check done, content that is also done. So this is the only thing that is remaining. We have to create it. So this is the route section, and create a route for it. So it could be link.route.ts import router from express. This thing is done. Const router is equal to this router that we have in here, and then once this is done, we have to simply export it. Export default router. This thing is also done. First of all, let's check this particular thing. Okay, we have created this. We have to create some of the routes to inside it, but in the app.ts, we have to create a route for it. So app.use/api/v1/what. I have to create a link. So it could be link. Can it be this simple? Okay. But link slash, yeah, it should be like this only, yaar. we have to create a link and then we have to get the content. When getting the content, the link should be, we have to change some of the things in here. First of all, when it comes to generating the link, so this particular route should be okay. Link route, link router, and we can import it. So it could be like import link router from /route/ what, link route.js. This thing is done. Okay, we have link router, capital L, link router in here. So API / so link is being generated using this. That's amazing. But when it comes to getting content using that link, what kind of link do you want? How can I excuse me, get this functionality implemented here? The thing is that I am getting the content here. This is the link, and I'm generating the link, I'm getting the contents. Where should I keep even this particular thing? Link get contents, link / content. Yeah, I think it could be right. We have created the link and the link / content, or we can just keep it like this, brain link. What have I done in the previous project? I had okay, let's ask the AI this time. Okay, in my application, I am creating a link for getting the content. What should be the route for creating the link and getting the content using the link? As simple as that. Let's see what exactly it suggests. I need suggestions on this particular thing. For creating a link, okay, API content links, API generate links. Okay, so content links, this is okay for me. Generate link, okay, API content links, body this thing, content ID, and response is gonna be this, link is gonna be this with the ID itself that we are sending. What does this mean? Content ID, content of that particular content. That's okay. We are creating the link for the whole page. We don't even need to worry about the body. The response is gonna be yourapp.com/content and this. Okay, so even if we are creating a link for a page, there should be content type something. So okay, let's do it. I'll have to make some of the changes. This get contents, using the link. I have get contents in the content section as well. Here content, not this, I'm talking about the controller. This content, I have add and get contents, and it should be there's one more I have to create, or I can just simply copy and paste from there. So this is the what link, yeah, Control X. I'm just simply generating the link in this particular section. Why? I'm gonna tell you really quick. Let's simply remove from here. I'm gonna keep the get contents in the content section only, content controller I mean. Let's paste it in here, and few things I will have to change. First of all, this, let's export it directly so that we don't have to export it explicitly, and then get contents using link, something like that. This is the name of the controller. Quite strange. I'll ask the AI again. This is crazy, but okay. This is the name of the controller. The question is this good, or can you suggest me some better names? Let's see. Get is descriptive understandable. Okay, get content by link, get content, fetch content. Okay, this could be better naming suggestions. Get content by link, get content with link, get content from link. The first one is good. Get content by link. Yeah, get content or get contents. Get content versus get contents. These things may seem to be small, but the thing is that if you actually taking care of these things, it may be really good for you. Versus which name is good for a controller? The choice between this for a controller depends on whether the controller deals with a single document or multiple. When to use get content when this content name of the first implies on a single item, and contents when multiple items. Okay, both of them are right, by the way, for single item, for multiple items. Okay, interesting. So in here it could be like get contents, not content, because I will be getting all the contents. Later we can improve work on for single contents too, but for now this is gonna be like this: get contents by link, something like that. So this is how it's gonna be going on, and I'll have to make many changes, I know that. This is the content controller. This is something that I have exported from here. What is the problem? Few things that I have to import. First of all, link imported. Anything else? Okay, nothing. So this thing is done here, and let's go to app route. Here we are. So API link router. Here we are inside the link router. Router dot we have to create a link. Are we sending some values here? Post slash. This is gonna be the, and first of all you need to be authenticated for creating the link, and then you have to generate the link. Generate link, something like that. So this is for something for creating the link. What exactly is happening in here? When generating the link, you are getting share from there, right? Nothing else, and remaining things you are getting done on your own. So yeah, that's right. So this thing is done too. Few things I need to remove from here that are not being used, so let's remove them. Okay, so again let's go back to the app. There is the app here. So we are generating the link router, and then we are first of all authenticating whether you are authenticated or not, and then we are going to generate link. Okay, that's done. And the second thing is that content router. So content router, and this time this is not the only thing. Router slash post and then get hi, how are you? Good to see you. Get authenticate and get contents. This thing is done. One more thing, I will get the content using the ID too, and that thing I'm not defining over here. So it could be like this: a router. We are getting it right. Content ID. What is happening with this? Link hash router dot let's see what exactly. Fine. Oh, good to know that. One more thing that AI actually suggested what could be the link thing. The suggestion that we got earlier, it could be like this: link ID. Not bad. It could be like this. So router dot route, and then we'll have like this. We'll get link ID in here, and once this is done, well, I'm not sure what I have named. The user does not need to be authenticated. Using link, anybody can check the content. So get contents by link, done. This is how it's gonna be going at. What is the problem? Expected one argument but got two. Yeah, that's my bad, I'm sorry. Dot get, because I'm getting it. something like this. Should be fine. When I'm here, what am I getting in here? I'm simply getting the hash from request.params. Okay, link ID, it should be link ID. Link ID hash, how about this? Or this is hash for sure, but I'm calling it link ID. And the link ID that I'm getting, I'm naming it as hash, and then I'm checking the hash values. It's good for now, because if I change the names right now, it's gonna be too much. And even hash is quite better, hash, not that much better. So link ID is here. Okay, let's do it. So we have link ID in here. Do it. What else? We are simply checking link ID, link ID, link ID. What else? A valid link ID is required. Changing some of the things. So I'm getting the link ID. I'm changing this thing. When it comes here, link find one using hash, not hash. So hash should be using equals to link ID. Something like that. Anything else? The first one was good. Like I have to change many things. Not many things actually. Okay, get contents and this link ID hash. Sending the link ID. I can change the naming, but the problem is that in the link model itself, I'm saving it as hash. That's insane. So if I'm saving it as hash, so it could be confusing if I'm naming it link ID in here. Okay, let's do this thing. Let it be like this, and I will change the name. Let's keep that what? Where is the route here? Router, content router, link ID. Then we are in here, so that we'll get the link ID only. And that link ID will be named as hash. In the backend, we are just changing the name, so that because ultimately the name is hash in our DB, and that is why we are just doing it. What is your roadmap? I'm first time here, bro. Can you explain what is happening? Simply working on a project called Brainly. Ultimately, this is the application where you can save the links. So right now, almost the backend is about to end, and then I will be working on the front end. Then you will have a quite good idea exactly what is happening. Right now, looking at the backend, it could be hard to get the point. I get that. What is your roadmap? Simple. Learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Start learning about backend like Node.js and all. Once you have good command on Node.js, then start making the projects, and then learn React, TypeScript, and some of other packages, NPM packages, and start building the projects. This project is being built using TypeScript, so that is something you need to be aware of, otherwise it could be confusing. You're most welcome. Okay, it's also done for now, so I don't need to worry about it. So ultimately what we have done here, we have ultimately handled all the routes, and this time we don't need to worry about anything. Using the content, I'm getting the link ID. Even I can name it hash if I'm not wrong. Yes, I can name it hash, and once, but let it be link ID. It's descriptive. If I name it hash, so I can do one thing. I can simply remove it like from here, and it could be even better. So this thing is done. Anything else? Content models are done. Routes are done right now. Even link route we have created. There was only one route, I get it, but that was important. Okay, there are some of the services that we have. First of all, a services like service I created for cookies. So we are sending the cookies from here on. So response.cookie, token, auth cookie options, and then options are saved up there. And then we are just simply removing message from here and clear cookie, and then so same things are being given here. Clear cookie options. Okay, these are the options that we have in here. HTTP only secure, same site, path, message. Optionally we can add domain, but that's not needed, and we are just simply removing message from there. Mail service, created it long time ago, working pretty fine for sending mails mainly. and then the types, quite the best thing in here. Inside this type directly, yes bro, yeah, it's just the same. Inside the types directory we have like created the types for all, like types for controllers, then inside controllers content, then link, then user. This is the best thing, like these are the types only for everything in the code, so you don't need to worry about the like things here and there. The helper from directory we have all the types related to that, then the all the types related to model. Inside the model we have content model, tag model, user model, so different types for them too. And inside this tag user model has few things extra, but they are good ones, okay, not bad. Even if you have created extra types, that doesn't really matter. Then once the type thing is done, like many types actually we have created, so let's close it. Ultimately not close, what is this called, collapse it, yeah. And then we have utilities, so API error class we have created. This, I'm getting a call, that's insane. I'll actually have to cut the call right now, just give me a moment, I'll be back. Okay, here we are. So okay, so I was talking about API error. This this is a class, extends the error class. Ultimately it provides a structure so that every time you send the same types of errors in the same format, and then we have a kind of structure, kind of a format for response as well, like only this way you will be sending the response. There's a lot to discuss in here too. Async handler, you can replace your try catch block from all the code and use async handler instead. Again, it's doing nothing, it's simply running your code, and if there is an error, simply sending the error back to you. Origin check, it is mainly for coarse error, because my front end and back end, both of them are going to be running on different ports, and then when I'm sending the request, it should allow, and that is what I have done here. Thing is that I have added many things in here. If you are starting out, keep it simple as possible, and then slowly you can just add many fields. It depends. Then we have validators. Good thing, when it comes to validator, there are many validators. Validators means the body that you get, you have to validate whether the data is right or not. Okay, so I am using Zod in here for checking the validation of the things whenever I'm sending the data, like whenever I'm sending payload related to the content. So that's being verified using Zod. And the second thing is that even for the link, whenever I'm sending a payload for the link, that's even being verified using Zod. But when it comes to user means whenever I'm sending email, password and everything, those all things are being verified using Joy. Okay, these are the two packages. There are many packages available, but two packages, mainly Zod and Joy, are quite famous. And Zod is better. Zod handles TypeScript things better. So if you are using TypeScript, you go with Zod, and in normal cases you can go with Joy too. So ultimately I'm using both this time for user and login schema and everything. For these values are being checked by Joy package, and other things like content related things are getting checked by Zod. That's a good thing. And then we have even created quite better things. We have two files in here, app.ts, index.ts. App.ts handles all the things related to app, and then index.ts actually runs the things. So quite interesting. We have tried all level best to just manage the things in the best way possible, and we have even tried to make it quite good looking. And this is how things are being handled. We are just starting the server from here on, so quite it may look an advanced thing and could be a little hard to understand initially, but at a basic level same things are happening. It's just like I have make it a little more beautiful, or make it a little, I have added some more functionalities in here, that's it. And then these are the, I shouldn't show my env file things but I have shown most of the, I have created a Gmail, so all these things that I'm actually getting, they are from that Gmail only, but do not copy and paste. Okay, and then everything's done. Ultimately all the things related to this TS config. And what have I done now? This is insane. Let's keep it in here. Okay, and done. So everything's done right now. The only thing that is remaining to check the code. I have created it. I have worked with, like, on everything, all the functionalities. The thing is that whenever I start running the code, this backend code, high possibilities that I'm gonna be getting lots of bugs. Okay, so this may take around an hour or two. So I will be catching up now after 20 minutes or something, after having food. Maybe it could take around 30 minutes. And once I'm back, I will be running the whole backend using Postman. Of course, we have a Postman in here. Even I was checking some of the functionalities earlier. So I'm gonna be using Postman for checking the backend things, whether it works well or not. I'm not able to understand, but it's looking interesting. You will be able to understand when the front end is ready. Then you will see exactly how the things are actually happening. For now, amazing. Okay, so even you will be able to understand when I actually check the backend. Like, I send request from the Postman, and then if I get the response, that means the backend is working. And once the backend thing is working, then we will be moving to the front end side. We will design the whole front end thing, like, okay, this is how it should be, and then this is how we'll be going ahead. By the way, that was it for now. I have to go and have some dinner. So for now, I'll simply call it right here. Okay, bro, I'm ready. Yeah, definitely. Take care. Until then, you guys may also have dinner and all. And that was it for now. It was pretty interesting building it. It took around 10 days because I've been busy doing other things as well. But from now on, I will be getting enough time, so I'll be live almost as much time as possible. As simple as that. Okay, then take care. Good night and see you soon. मैं full stack Python कर रहा हूँ. Amazing यार. I want to do it in future. No, it's not possible to do everything at once, even if I want. But in future, I definitely want to explore that field as well, using Python, because you have to just learn the database thing. There must be a, I forgot that. Using JavaScript, we have Node.js. So using Python, we have what? Okay. In JS, we use Node. What do we use in Python? Okay, bro. Okay, let's see. Python runtime environment. Yeah. So what is the runtime environment for Django? Django, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Flask, and these are the things. Okay, so we'll have to, these are the web frameworks for building web application API. Python relies on various frameworks that provide structure and tools for handling requests. Django and Flask. Okay, a high level full stack framework for rapid development, a lightweight micro. Okay, so this thing I have to learn it. Django, yeah, that's right. So it would be great, like, once you have learned one thing, then it would be quite easy. But yeah, it's not like you know everything, so you'll have to figure them out as well. Thank you very much for letting me know the name. And now I'll be calling it. So sorry, I'll have to just leave right now, but I'll be back really soon. Take care and keep up the good work.